or too low, the fuzzy logic in the computer will say, it has to be in the certified range that the EPA established, otherwise you won't get the results. Or
So,
if you try and fool the computer, it'll just shut down.
stop right there. So when I say I can make it to run 400 miles a gallon, do not hold me responsible for the numbers. Because of that. It's not because of me that I couldn't do it. Now we are going at this moment 64 miles for 1 gallon of gasoline. I think there is something else going on. Otherwise, we can go smoothly above 64 miles. I think so, right now.
So yeah, well, what it is really, I specialize in fuel efficiency products. I know what they can do, and I see the results, and then we get another car, just like this other guy's car, and then no change, because the computer won't allow it.
So
It's gotta be 96 and below.
Yeah, 95, well, 95 and older, except Nissan. Nissan started the new OBD2 computer in 95, so the 96 and newer.
Older than 95.
I have a lot of old cars. So I collect. I have old cars.
So
Besides the one collector.
his system, the system will work great on the older cars, because the computers they're not as intrusive.
They're lucky. 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder.
I'm hoping we change the whole life.
We have to
That's why I'm rushing.
We have to fool the computer.
I think,
So the mass air sensor or the map air sensor needs to be
you know, by the grace of
with,
God, we're going to do
your
this
oxygen
very
sensor
quickly.
needs to be-
Very quickly.
No, the mechanics know how to.
We are
So we
ready
need to
for
find
it.
a mechanic who will install this on various vehicles, right?
Yeah.
A mechanic that we can send everybody to that knows.
Exactly.
Right.
No, not me. I'm not a
Wait.
mechanic.
Wait.
They would buy that.
You know, I understand that there's a lot of optimism here, but we still have that one issue.
I'm getting used to
I
it.
mean, Constance, I want you to realize, okay, the concept of patents and the protection it provides, do you realize that if someone comes in, you know how you had stated prior that no one can duplicate your product and get the results you have?
Yes.
Because there's so many intricacies and there's a lot of development and thought that went into it.
Yes.
Do you realize that the results don't have to be as good as yours? And they can still come in, apply for this patent. It doesn't even have to pass. JR had brought up, what if it, the patent, if we apply for a patent, it might get stuck in a process for 2 years, 25 years.
I tell you what, I have an answer for you. I will not do that first. I give the whole thing in your good hand. You go ahead, patent on your name.
Okay, well,
See what's going to happen.
The only
You
problem
go
with-
ahead. See what's going to happen. They will give you every conceivable blockage for not allowing you to do this.
you might not get the patent actually approved, but it'll be pending and it'll be protected.
Okay, if that's what you say, we will do that. I'm not so hard-headed
But
not to
patents
do it.
aren't protected.
But
Once-
I have that wittiness, the same thing that you went through many years ago. And I, per se, from the day one, for the last 25 years, being in this country, I tell you straightforward, I faced all kind of crime in open air. I take no more bullshit, basically. That's it. As simple as that. I know it's all crime. I know from televisions, newspapers, radios, gas stations, deliveries, refineries, governments, senators, lawyers, judges, they all have one finger to each other's asses. No, there's no question beyond that. I know that. I've seen it right before my eyes. They do the crime, and I'm looking. They are so idiot, they think I'm not seeing it. And they go, did you hear it? I go, shit, I'm 3 yards away from you. How can I not see it? They do it to that magnitude too, and they laugh about it.
I guess that's my point though. It's not going to cease at this, if you...
I'm saying, yes indeed, like yesterday I say, you are with us, but there's a bridge between you and us. It's going to be invisible. When we drop the screen of the wisdom, you can see it, and you, with your writing and book stuff between you and them, you present
I mean,
their
you're
side.
Right. You're right. My mindset is still playing their game.
That's
Because
right.
That's what I
So
know.
kind of your feet, one of your leg is here, one of your leg over there to satisfy their need. But you are with us.
I just want to understand how you're going to accomplish what we all want to occur.
I don't know. I'm here learning too. That's why we are here together.
An idea. Well, on that particular, well, before I get into that, you know, everybody you've invited into this is your deal. So you
Yes.
invited everybody here. So we're here to support you, right?
Thank you. Yes.
Number two, everybody here has individual needs. Everybody here is trying
Absolutely.
to figure out how they're all going to survive.
Yes,
and
yes.
Maybe do well with this, or maybe not, or be a part of it, things like that. We really need to structure this thing properly so that it can be inclusive without you losing the pure intent of the mission.
Exactly. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And that is what I can offer in terms of facilitating, because we have this is like a very unusual.
That's right.
Like,
Because you're talking about somebody who's thinking from the other side of the world, and you guys supposedly, I'm saying hypothetically, you know, don't take me solidly like that. You guys in this country grow up with what you grew up, and I see it from the outside. It's all deliberate crime foisted upon the people here.
On all levels.
On all levels. Like I said, pardon me for a second. Like I said, you've been paying taxes because you are eating.
There's no law that says we have to pay it. Does everybody know that?
Yeah.
Right, you see?
Yeah, but try to get away with
And
that.
you did not even recognize that till I said right now.
Income tax, a tax on your income.
No, that's okay too. But I'm saying while you buy food, you eat. Because you eat, you must pay tax.
Yeah.
It's been done to you guys forever. And you accepted it and you didn't see it.
Exactly.
So what I'm trying to say is if we recognize that we're all here with individual concepts, but with one purpose in mind, we need to form a structure around that.
Because what he's saying is if we don't pay our taxes, we won't get any food. You know, basically he's saying you have to play by the rules or they'll shut you down.
Right.
Sure, but and that's what he's saying is, and
But
that's what he's
patents aren't the
saying
way to
is
go.
let's figure out how to protect ourselves.
Because
That's-
once you
that's
file a
the whole-
patent and it sits there, anybody can go in and copy it. Everything is there. Yes, it
Saying
is.
you're trying to structure this group.
All they have to do is change it
So that
20%.
we can protect ourselves.
No, that's
Okay,
correct.
so he's trying to
That's
organize
right.
us.
But at least what you have is protected. Let them change it. If they want to deviate from House's plan, that's better for us. Let them come out.
But
with
anybody
whatever-
can get it and reverse engineer it and do it. The patent really doesn't protect you.
No, but
Trademark, copyright, some of the private contracts, those things protect you more than a
well, I mean,
patent
if you're
will.
saying that reverse engineering doesn't protect you, that's exactly what we're trying to prevent here. If the product gets out, if one bad guy gets it, I believe that reverse engineering can be done.
Oh, yeah.
Costas believes that there's certain specifics about his product that is going to make that very difficult. It's going to take them a lot of time.
It will be a lot of time.
But-
They will have no answer to it why it's doing what it's doing.
But the simple answer would be allow one of us in the group to do the patenting process.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I'm saying I'm not so hard-headed.
But we still have to.
Yeah. I'm not so hard-headed to assume no. I'm not saying that.
Another thing that you can do is
Yeah?
you can videotape it. You can put your schematics in an envelope and date it and seal it
Yep.
and have the post office stamp it and if anything ever comes, you go, this is what I did 20 years ago. You want to read it and here's the post office stamp on it. There's a lot of ways that you can.
You see?
Videotape it with a time code in it. I mean, that's.
Thought pattern, because I've been around a couple of years with Tassos, and I firmly believe that he's got the technology because I've seen it. And he told me 2 years ago he was going to do it, and he's not wavered one iota. And he keeps going.
I kept going.
So in my mind, he also told me yesterday that he can stay ahead of the engineering part of this whole
That's
thing.
right.
That he's always ahead of the game anyway. So I believe that to be the case.
Thank you.
But what I also believe to be the case is that we need to coordinate all of the efforts in this group so that it's going in one direction.
Exactly.
And I've been a management consultant for many years. What I think we need to do is have a another meeting like this in a more closed environment.
Yes.
Where we can all talk freely and then go through a process by which we do lay out, under your guidance, what are the actual goals of this? What are the real purposes behind this?
Yes.
What is the policy that's going to keep it pure amongst all of us?
Protect it.
And then we also need to figure out what strengths do we have amongst this group.
Exactly.
Who can do what? And so that when the strategy,
Very nice.
when the strategy is actually laid out to get this thing launched properly, that we know who in the team has what, and then we can push it forward.
What I
in the
add
most
to
efficient
this,
way.
what I add to this, we need to do this effective immediately.
Exactly.
It is way too late. From all along from the beginning, I knew it's working. It was a matter of just putting right pieces and parts, just assemblage of parts together, you know? So it's now, as we organize, we should also push it, find the manufacturers, find right parts, find a right place, designate a state, an island, a country, wherever it is, we saturate the market with it very quickly.
Right, and just to finish off what I right now, the process of work through this whole thing becomes a collaborative thing amongst everyone.
Yes.
That's the important thing, number one. Number two, the agreements that are made amongst that go through this process, agreements are going to be made amongst us. We're going to come up with things that we think are proper, things that we don't think are proper, but we're going to have agreement on it.
Right.
And then from that, the actual physical universe strategy gets laid out. What we're talking about in cards and things like that, this is more at a tactical level. We have to stay up here on the strategy
Exactly,
level
exactly.
until we got that figured out. Then we do the tactical. How many units are we going to build? Who's going to have them in what cars? How are we going to launch it out to the world before anybody jumps on
Right,
it?
right.
And we haven't even mentioned other applications, like for instance, people who own 200 apartment rental apartments that can heat their hot water with just burning water.
We got one customer, he's willing to do that. He got over 200 units.
200 units, and he wants to heat all of the units
All of them.
with
He wanted immediately.
hydrogen for the hot water heaters. You know, it's just a retrofit
Endless.
kit, the kit in it.
We got Jacob's relative.
With the high energy users, all of the glass foundries, the brass foundries, the potters, you know, we're using
Stained glass,
major amount of energy.
We got Jacob's and Dennis's relatives, close relatives. They own trucking company. Those should be the immediate ones we supply them with this one because they spend over $90,000, $100,000 a year for fuel each truck.
Well, I just want to say this. You know, this is a relatively small group compared to what you've invented.
I wanted about 200, basically. I wanted 200 people. We put heads together.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is there's more than enough profit in all of this to take care of all of us in this room.
Oh, yes,
a
yes.
billion times over.
Billion
so
times
there should be no worry about that.
Right,
We should
right.
understand that everybody's going to be taken care of, right? But I think we really need to go find a room that we can actually sit down, put the chalkboard up, go through the process of laying it all out, and so we can all communicate openly, and we can, you know, present our views, develop the strategy.
Develop the strategy, that's correct.
So
And then build an army and go for it.
build an army.
Exactly.
So if okay with you, I'll start looking for a place.
Let's do it. There's one small.
A place to do what?
This meeting, this
Well,
closed door meeting.
I have a place. It's the Smoothie Cafe, the new one over there
By KHON.
by KHON. They have 110 capacity room that's soundproof. They have 2 plasma TVs, 1 DVD, and all they ask you to do is buy something from them. You can't hear the blenders. They got smoothies, they got salads, they got wraps, they got
Where is
little
the
bagels.
tropical?
Yes, tropical smoothie cafe.
Are you sure they're not recording the whole thing? Because
Positive.
that's owned.
Talk to the guy.
That's owned by the television station.
Yes, but the tropical plantation people subleased it and have their, no, it's not being recorded by anybody.
We'll ask them straight
And
out.
there's 35 parking stalls available.
recording this and we'll record that?
Can we go in there
No,
with
it's
a
the
butter finder
room.
or
Everybody's
something?
contact information.
Can we,
Fine.
we'll have to do it.
Right.
Or just stick to 100 and just They don't ask for any money for the room. They just ask for you to
To
buy something.
Sure, yeah. Wonderful.
Somebody buys something, and then they.
Oh, so we met at the same place before, remember? Same place.
Everybody can write
That's the place.
That will bring that memory, that enormous light was coming down. Ah, remember?
But at the meeting, before you go any further, and anybody you talk to, I firmly believe you should have a non-circumvention, non-disclosure agreement with each person that you disclose any information to.
I don't understand what she said.
You should have a document that says that anybody looks at your invention can't take
We
it
won't
out and
disclose it, or we
Oh
won't
yeah, I
circumvent you.
told everybody already, hold it dearly.
Well, I mean,
I have those.
and I apologize once again for being the downer, but I mean, if you really think about it from a realistic standpoint, if I was a bad guy, I would come in here and listen. Oh, I look at everything, remember what I need to. Just go tell my other fellow bad guy, and then you go tell them, and I just, you know. If
You're
I
the
started-
mole.
I know what you
I mean,
say.
He's the
That's
mole.
happened already very recent
realistically,
twice.
It's gonna be ineffective.
Right, right.
That's true.
It's better to just be careful.
I only use the words that I know how to use. I say, please hold it dearly. And if you interpret it different way, the way she said it, the way you say it, that's all good too. I'm only saying it my word, the way I am saying it. So that's exactly what I mean. It should be hold dearly. If it needed to be signed or something, which I never believed that, then let it be. It's like between me and Gary, we do things, but I don't believe we need to sign anything at all, whether we get angry at each other or not. Right? So I want to have that collective spirit, basically.
It's good to have that thought, but in this day and age, you really do need to have some kind of a contract down.
You're right
so
about
even
that.
if the person's bad, you can wave it in their face and, you know, make them shame.
I know,
whatever.
but I
don't
really
know.
truly believe we are led to be made this way, what you're saying. But once we cross that stage, when we overcome the fear, overcome that disunity, and we know we are building our lives and overcome certain stages, then we are getting stronger and we are able to reach out for others. I think those things will unify us, and then we have no such senses beyond. You know what I'm talking about.
I agree with you, but the minute
So
that
we
you're-
grow up to it, we grow up to it.
The minute you're ready to put this out into the public forum, you are going to have some of the dregs of the planet come in, pretend that they're all nice.
You know.
And they will try and
Honestly,
make you look bad. They will try and discredit you. There's all kinds of things that go
Okay,
so
okay,
sideways
okay.
I
with these
think
things.
my personal opinion is that a non-disclosure agreement is not going to stop anybody.
No.
If somebody wants to infiltrate, if they want to be the mole, if they want to steal your idea, if they want to get you in trouble, a non-disclosure agreement is going to be,
Well, at least you have repercussions.
well, if you find out who the person
It's all of this correct that we said. I am saying we grow together. We grow together to it. I think that alone with itself, it dissolves that kind of notion amongst us.
Either that or you give it away.
We gotta learn it. We gotta learn it. You know what I'm talking about? We have been led to this stage of what we're talking about.
We all understand what you're trying to say.
No, we agree with you.
The rest of the planet does not agree with you.
But I know, believe it. Watch me what I'm saying. The planet needs one man only to change.
On one angle,
And we are more than one, heaven's sake.
No, I agree with you. The contracts don't do any good. I agree, and the patents and everything else.
We can argue this point forever.
Right, right.
So why don't you just tell us what you want us to do?
Or how many you can manufacture in a month so we can get out and sell them?
I mean,
it's a
but we're talking about giving it away for free.
Right.
Now we're talking about practically. If you give it away for free, what the hell you need a patent?
Oh yeah, so here,
So
you
we're
see what I
doing
was
back
talking
and
about?
forth, Because
Right.
you're saying in the beginning, we're going to give it away. We're going to put it out there for everybody. So
Exactly,
nobody can patent it.
exactly.
But now
So,
we're talking
so
about
I am
practically.
here being squashed, basically, the wording that I am saying, because the fact they collectively don't see what I'm saying.
yeah. See, we don't really care if anybody steals.
But watch what I'm saying. I say, if we were really,
Unless you're talking about somebody like
coming down.
But hold on, Tony. Hold on.
If you have patent protection, you actually could have that invention and give it to everyone you want. You have control. It's not, patent protection is so that if I patented this tie,
I need to
can
summarize
sue
it
whoever
nice.
I want to for making this
I
tie.
said it many times,
That's
but
good,
let's see if I
Picasso
say it.
doesn't care about
He doesn't
that.
want to go there.
He doesn't care about that. So it's good. As long as he has control of it, he can give it to whoever he wants. And he can
Okay,
accomplish what he's
that
trying to do.
control, that's what I'm talking about. That control is that we can act on it very quickly.
I know inventors that refuse to provide their
Just
stuff.
tell us what to do.
Yeah, well, watch. You see, Dennis she's putting her mind with me. That patenting thing that I'm talking about, and that handing it out free to people, what I'm talking about, it's right all together. I've said it before. Let's see if I can phrase it correctly. If we act upon it right now, collectively, engineer the principle correctly, then we can saturate the market very quickly everywhere on earth. We can do that.
Yeah.
How long?
Huh? 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
That's right.
I can get him on George Nuri in an instant because I know George personally.
Okay.
And that's a 30 million listening base period worldwide.
Yeah.
And you heard the radio
If
show
you
from the
mention
two
my
boys,
name,
right?
you say George Cassis.
No, when you're ready, I'll put you on the air, but we'll film it first so that it can streamline it on the internet to show that this thing works.
Give me 2 more weeks, and then I let you know we're gonna contact George.
You heard the fellas on George already,
course,
right?
yeah.
They're giving it away basically.
Right. So watch this. When we come to agreement in principle that we can, in fact, and we want to do this all over the states, the islands, the worldwide, that alone will not allow anybody to hold a grip on it. Had it been, if they want to do it, we say thank you for doing it, because that's what we want. That's that answer to you. We want to give it free to others, but we want to build our life first right. We want to break free economically first. So if we are strong, we can reach out for others too, see? But of course, no matter what, some other people, they're gonna just touch it and then do it on their own, whether they ask you or not, patent it or not. But again, I was telling Myron and others before, we're not gonna stop at this. We're gonna go improve it furthermore, which I have spoken about, these active elements and 1, 2, 3, 4s or something like that. And or we do some other technological advances is within my disposal, again, 5, 6 of them, and we can pop it out very quickly because the fact that we are together, and secondly, we are economically sound. We can spend money on it very quickly. So we're not worried about the patents issue. It's that itself, it answers the whole thing. You could, that idea,
I mean, if you can get it out that quickly, I mean, you have to also keep in mind, even if you get it out quickly, someone can still come in. You're gonna have to get past a certain, you're gonna have to get to a certain next step before you can actually have it be, I guess, viewed as being in the public domain.
Right.
That's very difficult to do.
Because
Part of the strategy.
I'm misunderstanding something, because there's other people that have this product already. If you look on, in the mainland, if you look on YouTube or any of those places, there's plenty of people that have made this product already. Are they patented or are they?
They're different, actually. They're different. There's different technologies similar to his, but they're different. Some
they're
are
making some smoke, that's it.
with carbon.
Yeah.
Carbon,
Can I say something? If we stop the panic and we just come together and do what we're supposed to do.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
We're wasting too much time worrying about
Exactly.
that. Why don't we just get out there and do our job?
That's
and get it done?
precisely in the beginning I say, do not look down. Look up and go forward. Confront the trouble as it comes along.
If he's not
Our
worried
brother is
about
over
you,
there. He got 1 foot on the other side. He said, be careful, go this way, go that way. So we're going to listen to him. And then we got somebody else, right? He says, do this, do that, take precautions. But we move along. We don't wait to solve the
Basically,
problem.
You need money to make the unit.
Money. Let's talk about money.
Money.
This gentleman has a
No, I'm just wondering. So the next step, basically, like where she's going, you need
Money.
$30,000 to get units for everybody to get out.
Okay, that's easy. That's easy. But we're talking about huge money for a lot of them, right? We got technically here in his island, we got Andy Bumatai, we got other TV radio personalities, we got Granny. We give him a few $1,000s to put us on the TV. We got several other
I have a friend at
avenues.
Radio Saturday night, auto.com.
Right. So we got several other avenues, including we make our own plate, put it on our cars. So we go like this. You want it? Just like the QVC TV commercials, it says buy it right now, you get it in between 6 to 8 weeks, something like that. So you collect the money, you have sent the manufacturers to make it for you. You give the money to manufacturers, they pop it out for you, and you send it out.
Yes.
So that's one avenue, one. The other avenues, you're telling the manufacturers, you say, this is what we're doing. Give us 1 million units of this part. We're gonna give you 1,000 full units of our finished product. So you can do business with it, you double the price and go ahead and make. We also pay you for that, but we'll pay you when we get this money. And then you tell all 5, 6 places where they make their parts. That's also doable too. But we gotta bring them to comprehension. Our brother from Korea, he came, he was willing to do that for us. That's one side.
So you're working on a barter system?
Barter system too. I mean, we can do.
Most manufacturers.
There is
want
not
you to
only
come up
one
with
way
cold
we do
hard
this. We
cash.
do every conceivable way to do. Like we say to the truck people, right? The truckers. We say, all right, how many trucks you got? Give us $5,000 each for each truck. Takes us 6 weeks to give you that money. So that's a lot of thousands for all the trucks, right? With that 5,000, it will cost us probably, let's say, $500 a unit. We make more than what the truckers wanted. We make 4 times more than that. You see, so we can turn, I mean, we can do all aspects of the economics, not only one way. Wherever there's opportunity, we do it that way. But we gotta have a small group for that to designate that kind of mindset. Everybody's accounting or books, whatever.
The minute your unit is ready to market by word of mouth alone, it'll be like a brush fire.
That's exactly
I'm
right.
sorry, but that's exactly
true,
what's
too.
going to happen.
Exactly.
People will want it before they can even know anything about it.
Yeah.
They're gonna want
Exactly.
it already.
That's what I'm saying. 3 weeks, all over the globe.
You'll have so much money coming in, it won't
It's
matter. People will be
wildfire.
throwing money at you.
People are sick of paying high gasoline prices.
Yeah, it's a done deal.
For heating, for everything.
I got a $500 electric bill. It's nuts, because I have a pool. It's crazy.
You can have your own generator, free energy.
Like them.
It's crazy. Nuts.
Still need to create the strategy.
That's right. So we are here now brewing the strategy,
When
you
is the
see.
meeting? When is the meeting, the next closed door meeting?
That is, we agree to it.
To collect everybody's names and then find a place and then tell you guys when it is and we'll all meet. Is that okay with
Yeah,
everybody?
let's do that.
Email is best if you got it. Phone number.
I am recommending at this moment is that we should not record or write anybody or everybody's name and phone numbers. In the event, if there's that list stolen or something like that, we should know each other only.
Can we get a microphone?
We should not record, make anything. You know what I'm talking about?
That would be good. I need to
Could you speak a little bit louder, please?
I said we should not write and record anything.
Why not? For the
We
meeting?
don't need to do that. We don't want to do that.
So my note is no good.
No, you note for yourself. Good.
For me,
Yeah.
The bad memory.
But you shouldn't write everybody's name, everybody's phone number. Nobody should do
So
that.
somebody's just going to call us and tell us be here at this time and that's
So we're
it?
gonna
We
give
know
it-
each other, yeah. Now, when I say, hey, Tony, or Blake, call up your friend, home, we call each other. That's how we do.
So we're going to allow Myron to take care of that. Will you
Well,
write
no.
our names down and let him organize a group for us?
Not only Myron. Myron have,
everybody's name and address or name and phone number and email address on one piece of paper. If that piece of paper gets out,
it's not a good idea.
to the wrong person,
So we just allow him.
We could, all of us be taken to the
Somebody shows up
flat.
that we don't know at the group, we'll just say, you can't come
I
in.
mean, just give business cards.
What, you know, I don't care if they have my email.
So yeah, before I sign this, I don't.
Yeah,
good
know
idea.
each other.
My name is Kimo Moore. I have a degree in microbiology and a degree in theater. I went through the theater route as it is. I'm currently in the local IOTC 665. I work on all the movies, TV, stage, anything comes in Hawaii entertainment, I work in. And I think we should know each other. That's what I do.
That's a good idea. So we know
I like
everybody's
surfing,
potential.
I like going to the beach. I'm pretty kicked back. I like camping. I'm pretty relaxed. As you can see, I dress pretty casual. It's like still in my dressings. Okay? Kimo more.
Can I introduce myself too?
Well, I guess so. I guess so. Go ahead.
I keep declaring I'm a farmer. Yes, I am. I keep saying I'm a contractor. Yes, I am. But also I have a background with electronics, electricity, computer science, all the good stuff. My brothers and sisters are all electro engineers, physicists, astronomers, and all of that. So I grew up in a scientific community, a family, so to speak. So don't take me wrong. When I say I'm a farmer, sometimes I don't want to declare all of that, but I let you know now that I do have those backgrounds. That's why I can do what I can do. What now?
In the wrong hands now.
He cut it in the wrong hands.
I know where he lives. Oh, okay. I'm Tasso's friend for what, about 12 years now?
Somewhat like that.
My name's Gary White, and my wife is over there. She's from Pearl City, and I grew up in Texas. We met in Oregon and moved here about 17 years ago. I have a background in computers, computer science. I have my own business. It's called Cybertech, and I do computer services and repairs for small businesses and homeowners. Homes. You know, that's what I do, and I've been in that business for about 11 years. And so basically, I met Tassos when he was
doing construction,
doing construction and growing eating his own avocados and tomatoes that he grew. We're both sort of in the nutrition kind of thing. Been friends for a long time. So yeah, he introduced me to what he was doing, and I've sort of seen things grow into what it is today. And I'm really impressed that all you guys are seeing it for what it is, because it's a great opportunity, I believe, and you just need people like you guys to make it happen. I think it's really good.
My name's Mike Sorensen. I've been self-employed for about 3 years. I've just background in biology. Got into business at a young age and just built marketing teams. I'm good with building groups of people and distributing a product, building consumer bases. And I know Tom. So Tom and I are in business together. We build marketing teams.
Hi, my name's Tom Watson. I know Myron. I know Gary. I'm kind of here by accident tonight, but I've been on the islands 18 years. My experience has been in all real sales and marketing. Probably one of the few, if less than 100 people that ever made more than $100,000 in any sort of direct selling and network marketing here in Oahu. I'm really intrigued by what I see here, and it seems like a really good mind trust here. I'm not clear on exactly how the contraption works, but if it's as good as everybody here is saying, then I'm sure there is a market for it. And truthfully, word of mouth, direct selling, person to person is the best way to get anything out fast and cheap. So it's the best way to go, word of mouth.
Go ahead, speak for us.
I'm Denise Jacob, my husband Tracy Jacob. We're probably the colorful ones of the group. We're just artists. But we also do our own engineering, our plumbing and wiring. We're glass artists. We ship around the country. We've tapped danced on many tables, sold our product globally. So we're just here because we actually believe in Tassos. And he came to us a few years back and said, what if I can help you stop sucking up all the energy on the planet? And we said, let's do that. So we're here, and we do have an advantage to where we can go to other huge consumers that are in our field globally, and just help it out. It will take a big chunk out of our mess that we've created. So that's what we're here, and we create the glasswork for the vessels, to do the test runs and things like that, and we're willing to do whatever we can to get Tassos product out there.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm her husband. We're going to be making the vessels. Every one of you are going to be purchasing. so sorry about the cost, but I'm going down to bear.
Also farmers as well. We grow our own food too.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it cost me $50 an hour.
I introduced you Mr. Hong. He is from Korea. He came a couple of days ago. He is the one who built me that module that we can adjust the input to the vessel, so I can modulate all the vessels that we need, all kind of outputs. He's electronic engineer. He got his own company. He's the one who's going to do the module for us that we're going to retrofit on every different engines for different outputs.
My name is Matt Ande. I'm an attorney. I don't specialize in patents, but I
but you can do the non-circumvention.
did a little bit of, my own, I guess, reading on it. I apologize now for always being the downer, but unfortunately, that's my sad life. And I've seen a lot of good things come and go because of, I guess you could say, bad people out there. I've seen some good deals go down the drain. I've seen circumvention, and I just know that there are bad guys out there. So my mind is always thinking, how do we outsmart those guys?
Good.
And please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we have to do things. I will never ever say anything and expect that it has to be done my way. But I just like to contribute what I think would be helpful.
We need people like you because we need to see both sides.
Right,
Both
exactly.
extremes.
But that's
I'm the other extreme of that.
So you're the counterbalance for Tassis.
Yeah.
Real world stuff.
I belong to this guy. I'm not an attorney. Actually, my background is in browsing. However, I do work in the field of finance.
Good.
Wade Watson Road. I had background in accounting, and I kind of work with financial markets. And I love the idea of living sustainably. So that's my thing. I also like pina coladas and getting caught in
You're dating yourself, bro.
It's me. First time I'm here. Glad to see everybody. My name is Myron Thompson. I've been in the renewable energy business for 12 years now. That's the reason I got hooked up with him originally. Our company does solar products. We do wind generators. We do anything sustainable. And our mission in our company is to provide solutions for the planet. So when I met this crazy guy, and I started to understand that this guy had something really, really valuable that's beneficial for all of us, that's when I got really, really interested. So anyway, my background is I have a business degree. I'm from here. I like surfing, canoe paddling, and I have two companies. One is a renewable energy company. I also do business and organizational consulting, and I'm offering my services from the renewable world to this group, as well as the structuring of the, helping to structure the group. If you want me to, I'm happy to do it.
All right.
My name is Paul Cuddles. Kind of retired. Got kicked out after the year 2000 conversion. I was in computers. Got too old for that, I guess. So they gave me a new job at half the price, and I said, forget it, I can keep it. And so I'm helping my wife, going back to the roots of like agriculture, after she's in the lay business in Florida. But I like plants and everything else, so going back to the other direction too. So I worked with computers all my life, so I understand them, internet and all that, cellular networking. But in the last 5 or 6 years, understand where you're going, where that we're all on a spiritual journey, going into the oneness, and that this is all about that, joining together. And if you can do that, you can beat anything out there. There's nothing that beats
Exactly.
including any disease. And that's why it's called disease. But the spiritual world, they call it disease.
Yes.
You can beat anything.
Exactly, said correct.
My name is Philip. I'm a STEM tech. A lot of the computers, but the key what you're doing is, okay, what made me interested in you 2 or 3 years ago?
Yes.
You had the passion and the intent Those are the key factors. And service to others.
Yes.
It's not service to self. You see, service to self means you're selfish. It means that you only want the money for you. But service to others means you're an enlightened being. That's the difference.
Thank you.
Okay? Basically, my background is computers. I graduated electrical engineering. But basically, I'm a spiritual healer. I'm into healing. I'm into energy work. I'm into quantum physics. There's another guy that has a module that will blow you away in Maui. Okay. I saw the device. He wanted me to test the device. I didn't want to test the device. Because he's talking a circuit board that makes 91 amps, 92 amps. High voltage.
Yeah.
And basically that was a time-space device.
Yes.
Okay. But you cannot patent this because it's an anti-gravity phase modulation type of
yes.
device. Huh?
Magnetic model.
It's magnetic, but it's also makes things disappear too. And you can't get into that because
Beam me up, Scott.
Beam me up,
the
Tassos.
government's not going to like it because he used to work for the government.
Well, can it run a car?
But that device is also okay. Another key to this factor is the future years are coming when we make the shift in consciousness. Okay, this is from a spiritual standpoint. You will not have AC electricity. This engine will
Will stand the
DC.
test of time. That's right.
Here in Hawaii, we picked the 10th largest firm in the world. They got offices everywhere in the world. We pay probably more money to our patent lawyer than developing our product. That's how important we think it is. Our product will, what we're looking at, what I came here is his engine. Why I asked if it can run 100%. We've met so many people who develop so many kind of engines. We run circles around the Caterpillar engine with our engine, okay? And we find all these people, they come talk to us because we have the variable speed generator that makes your windmill put out 3 times the output. He was happy with 50%, 300%. Wow, wow. Cool. And no dams, let the water flow. Fast, slow, we take care of it. It's a variable speed generator. So with his product, if he can run the engine, I'm not worried about the engine. I can probably have the engine developed for you in different sizes.
I'll make
That
the
will
gas.
power
for you.
our generator. Because we look at with our generator, everybody in the world can have electric, even if you have no fuel. Because you got running water, you got windmill. That's all we need. We're so efficient. The windmill is great. And we have different technologies on the windmill now. Okay, just how they design the blade is different. So I'm looking at doing that, and I understand what you're going through because I've been doing this 18 years. And we finally finished. And somebody we think is going to help us because he wants to manufacture windmills. And he looked us up and he said, I need your generator. You got the only generator that can do it. So he's into it with us. And I'd like to get your product hooked up with our generator. So we sell a package, got your machine in to make power from our engine guy. That engine cranks the generator out. You don't have to worry about a paddle wheel or anything. You just bring the container, put it down, start it up, put your water in, start it up. In fact, we give you the free water. Start it up. Hey, you got power, plug in. Start running the lines. And you put these all over instead of one giant dam in China. Because that, when the earthquake comes and that dam goes down, hey, everything went down. Our generator will pick up 3 times its rated capacity. You can almost like never ever have a blackout. You turn on all your conditioners, you don't use 3 times the power.
How many hours lifespan?
So I'm here to help him and maybe help him manufacture it with our contacts because
Is it runs
we've
for
got
good?
major contacts because we're way farther than what he's been to. Okay, Most people are research and development. Truly, you gotta have.
So meaning, of course, there's all
Gotta
moving
have-
parts.
all
has
this
wear and
work
tear. That's
gonna
not
be
what
for
I'm talking
nothing,
about.
right?
You know how
When a
you
guy
buy
says, I got the
generator from
patent.
Home Depot, they
And you go,
say
yeah, but
after
I invented
5,000
it.
hours.
That don't mean shit when you go cars. And then now we gonna be sued. You gotta have the facts.
But how many
that's what I
hours we
came
talk?
for. Hopefully to get his machine to help run ours. And we'd like
2,
to
3
provide
years?
electric to the world. Because
Continue.
water and electric, you can
That's
do it.
beautiful. And then you maintain it.
Thank you.
So this water is perfect coupling for that.
My name is Nick, and I'm resident manager in Hawaii. This is my wife, Irina. And I support Tasso's idea of using water for the hydrogen and oxygen for the floor. I know Tassos more than 15 years. He used to work for me before in our building. So he's a very smart man, very educated, and I believe that he will succeed all what he's thinking of.
My name's Tony Rippenberg. I met Tassos probably close to 10 years ago and saw him a lot in the earlier years. And I think the closer we got to completing this invention, the less I saw of him. And I was just blown away, man. When we was up in that car.
Tony cry actually.
Oh my God, you guys gotta see this stuff.
You cry. Actually, he tried. Tears.
Former U.S. Marine, electronics degree, wanted to be a lawyer. Brown was wish I were a lawyer, but didn't go to law school. Very interested in law. And I support you 100%, brother.
Thanks a lot.
Whatever you want.
Thank you.
Anyone else here? You're a friend of Tassos, you're a friend of mine.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Oh, and I have Noni. You gotta know what Noni is.
Oh, yeah.
I give away Noni. Everybody doesn't know what it is. Talk to me about it one day. If you know what it is, I make the juice at home. I've got some miraculous stories that have saved people's lives. Mine is one of them. And it's for everybody here that wants it, just let me know.
I had a radio show for 4 years, strictly on Noni here.
Huh?
I had a radio show for 4 years, strictly on Noni here.
Straight down?
No,
A
strictly
radio,
on
a radio show.
Strictly on Noni.
Explicitly on Noni only.
My name is Kevin Sun. I have a my license too. I like to. I was going to say kill bugs. No, control bugs. But if it's rodents, give that to Fred. He does a better job on it. He's got a better mousetrap that I kind of surprised. But I like working with microbes. That's another subject. Well, that's another story. But I met Fred for 18 years, so a buddy of mine, and for the generator side is working with him. And I knew about Tassos too late to mention about it a year or two earlier, so he gave me a chance to come and meet you. So I would like to think we make something happen for you.
We are making.
My name is Blake Mitamura. I'm a struggling one-man operation business owner. I specialize, I have a unique business. I specialize in products that increase gas mileage. And I'm like him. I worry about what is a car computer going to do? How is it going to screw things up? So I understand where you're coming from. I understand where he's coming from because he's got the physics in down. And what he's got going with sound, it's just, what will a car computer do with that? Because you cannot fool the computer. You cannot fool the computer. You can trick it a little bit, but there's only so much you can do. I specialize in all kind of products that increase gas mileage. I'm willing to try anything. I have a group of guinea pigs, try it out, and I won't sell it unless I know it works. So it's got to be the best or the best value. Several people have tried my products. I've been doing this since 1996. And I've been learning a lot lately, especially about that car computer and how the car manufacturers deliberately build in fuzzy logic So you cannot get good gas mileage or better performance because your emissions have to be in a certain range. It may get better for 6 weeks. Oh, I don't like what I see. Boom, back to normal. So we need to get around that hurdle. We need the mechanics to, we probably need some master mechanics to figure out how to tweak our sensors so that the computer gets a different reading. One of the things I learned recently is that 50%, at least 50% of the fuel you use right now goes to fighting metal-to-metal friction. 30% goes to keeping your engine at 180 plus degrees.
Let me stop for a second. I guarantee you, as you see me as real as we are together right now, I've solved that problem. I vaporized gasoline. I've demonstrated we can drive 1,000 miles for 1 gallon of gasoline. That's a promise to you guys. I've experimented with it. We can do that. So he told you now that we are not using actually more than 50% of the gasoline in the car. I will make it 100% usable. I vaporize the gasoline in 12 seconds with a 12 volts. I have demonstrated, I absolutely correct what I am talking about. We will solve that problem for you too upon the completion of this one.
Well,
that's a promise.
I was getting to a point where I'm about ready to test a lubricant created by a NASA engineer. He was on the NASA Wall of Fame, and it's been proven by the highest testing facility to reduce friction up to 47%. So this can also be added to the system to further increase mileage. So I was hoping to get it today, but overnight to Hawaii doesn't come overnight. So hopefully I'll have it within the next few days. But I'm always testing different things on vehicles to see what works. And I know what he's got going, it's very sound what he's got. It's just getting the car computer to work with that. So from my point of view, it is an obstacle, and from some of the emails I sent you, like some of these guys on the mainland doing their own hydrogen systems, 20% on one vehicle, 250% increase on another. Now why such variation? Every vehicle is different. So we need to find the right right combination, the right tune for each individual vehicle. So in order to say, okay, it's ready to go, it needs to be tested on all different kinds of vehicles first in order to say, okay, it'll work on every vehicle. We have to try it on a wide range of vehicles, especially the 96 and later months. Those are the ones that are a real pain in the you-know-what. So the car manufacturers blame the EPA for this computer. Oh, the EPA wants the emissions within a certain range. And really, the car manufacturers don't want to look bad. In case you have a great fuel-saving product and you put it on, you get a tremendous increase, and you're going to say, oh, why did the car manufacturers put this on the vehicle? So they put the blame on the EPA. So everybody's blaming each other, but really it comes down to our government, bottom line, because if you vaporize the fuel completely, you have tremendous mileage, but the computers are designed in such a way that the fuel is not fully vaporized. So what he's got going, I think, will solve the problem.
Thank you.
My name is Ivy West. I was invited here by Blake. I've known Blake for a long time, and I've been emailing him anything I could find on exotic technologies referring to cars. I have a background in law. I'm a field botanist. I have a master's in botany, a PhD in nutrition, several degrees in law, but I'm not doing law because I don't like it. Basically, I have a background in marketing, in media, in television. I worked with Bob here at Olelo, producer, director, everything, editor. Radio, I've had radio shows here in Honolulu, a Noni show for 4 years. Yay, Noni. I'm a farmer, Basically, everybody should have their own garden, and you all should be eating out of your own garden, because that's the only way you're going to get any kind of good nutrition, because everything out there is dead. If it's not picked within 72 hours and eaten, forget it. You're not getting anything good in your bodies at all.
Or the alternative?
Or the alternative, Uri products, and Blake can tell you about that.
Uri International, live whole foods, the only live whole food company. That's another story altogether.
It's a marvelous story.
It's actually better than eating from your garden.
Really, it is. It's much better. It's awesome. I think this group here is phenomenal. Everybody has an engineering background. My background is in meristemming and cloning. And I'm a field botanist in epiphytics, which are bromeliads and orchids. I lived a year in South America in the jungle. And I'll tell you, I'd rather be there any day than here on this point, you know, fighting the corporations. The large corporations have been here for thousands of years. They've been running this planet. They've got programs running. You got to pay your taxes. You have to pay so much for gas. And they have us in a box, and they're not allowing people to think for themselves. They're not allowing you your own thoughts. Your thoughts are put there. Right. And it's wonderful to see such a diverse group of people here coming together. And this is the first time I've met Tassos. And but I've heard about him for a long time. We must do something about some alternative energy on this planet, because the future isn't very far away, and they don't care. The large corporations do not care about you. They don't care about your rights. They don't care about your health. They don't care about the planet. They're running it into the ground. You know, and this is a living, breathing body, and we're attached to it, and we're all connected, just like the Meisner field for all of you engineers out there. That's how we operate, you know, and it is a spiritual quest. It's the most spiritual quest you can possibly,
and no question about
possibly get to leave your individual behind and work as a whole. You know, and it has to do with time and space. Quantum physics is part of my background. I love quantum physics. I research ancient technologies. I've taken groups to Egypt on tours to show them these ancient machines that are still there, that operate on what our science is just currently starting to understand today. Wormholes, portals, space-time continuum, all of this stuff. I can tell you now that Great Pyramid is not a tomb. It is not a tomb, and they just built a 22-foot fence around it in the middle of the desert. Why? Some of these sites, like in Iraq, in other words, are starting to activate, guys. Whatever those ancient technologies are that were left behind, they're starting to activate. And the governments on the planet know it. And they don't want you to have anything to do with it. And it's all free energy for everybody.
That's right.
Yeah, so I think what you're doing is absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
Phenomenal, and you write up a patent, I think.
I think
anything and everything at this point in time.
I think that exactly summarized what I was saying. I can hear and we hear everybody's mind individually from a window of their own soul. But we told almost all of it here. So therefore, we got all of it, basically. All of it from all different windows of the soul. So we need effective immediacy to come to conclusion, to act on it, and we say, what's the next step to take? In my opinion, the next step is, for me, I'm going to do my job, keep things in balance. I'm going to produce, actually, effective tomorrow, one very solid, very beautiful looking unit, detachable, lightweight, smaller than what we got right now. So for everybody to see. Then everybody says, make one more. So I say, how many more? Whether 20, 30. We're going to do that. That will fulfill Blake's demand for testing all different cars, inputs, outputs. And then that should take care of itself very quickly. In the meantime, we talk to the manufacturers of the parts of the pieces to go ahead, process whatever we demand. And that's to fulfill that prophecy that we're talking about, that 3 weeks. We bring it to a conclusion like that. So we got to act on it very quickly. So if any more suggestion, any more cohesive mind, it's good. Otherwise, I am at your service to show you the car for whomever have not seen it. We're going to run the car. We can do some more talk around the car, and we conclude today.
guys wanted to reconvene as a group?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll, again, if I think I can pull that piece of paper and not let anybody see it. You know, I'll protect my life. I'm not worried either.
What I'm saying,
What if you just have a lot of, does everybody's have a card, right?
Or whatever, give me your contact information and we'll find a place, tell you when the meeting is. And
what I'm saying, even that should be held very dearly, because if the bigger guys, they come around and slap us around, they get hold of that, I can guarantee you they would terminate all of us.
be careful.
So I'm here to say we are here to grow up.
What are they going to threaten us with? Heaven?
Well, you know,
they have killed a lot of people.
The cat's out of the bag, you know.
So
the beans have been spilled now, but
we
it
want-
was 30 years ago. The guy,
we want
watched
to,
the video
we
on
want to
there.
protect each
30
other,
years ago, there was a
so we
guy
don't
that
leave no
was-
trace of record of anything.
He made two cars run
See what I'm saying?
on hydrogen fuel, and what's his name?
Currently
I can't
a
remember his name,
systems
but anyway,
analyst for Visa Master.
he's a tall.
I'm not even doing any of the stuff that I'm doing, but farming is one of the biggest things.
Oh yeah, I love farming. I did 5 years.
Saudis came to him and said, "We'll give you $1 million to stop what you're doing." This is 30 years ago.
So much. Tell the trucking guys, say this is what we had, and we are moving along rapidly. I want to make sure that we speed it up, believe me. You can hear my passion. Here we go. The generator, and it would work. That's right.
You still have the microphone on you, just so you're still mic.
Oh yeah, I am still mic. Yeah. That's right. Exactly. That's what's missing. Electrical generator.
And when we pulled on the starter,
Right? Because the hydrogen was very rich. Loud sound, and we didn't repeat it. If we were to have that module right there, it will just start and run nice, lean. Yes.
we have to try that again. Wayne still has a generator.
Sure, he told me. I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna still do it. So you can, that's a high tech, brother.
Oh yeah?
That's a high tech to.
Did you make that?
I wrap it by hand. That's right. I shape everything by hand.
And sitting in the passenger seat there, what is that liquid that's in there? Is that
Water.
Just water.
Just water.
So you're separate. So is it H2O or HH?
H2O2.
Okay, so you're separating
The water
hydrogen
from the oxygen.
from the oxygen.
And both of them come here to combustion chamber. Yeah.
And that mixes with the gas, or it doesn't?
Yeah, it mixes with the gasoline over here. Yes.
I have a little sign on my car that's
So Tazo, why don't you explain what the idea was?
Okay, give me one second. Let me put this glass down for you guys to watch. Sorry. This module over here, basically, it helps the hydrogen to get expanded to burn leaner. Otherwise, hydrogen alone is very rich. So it will create a knock in the engine.
So this is the hydrogen line, the silver line is the hydrogen gas.
Yeah, this is the oxygen, that's correct. Yeah, both of them.
So that's wrapped around the cable somehow.
That cable goes through that module, right in the middle of it. So electromagnetically expands the hydrogen. It's hard science to understand that because it's not a physics books or something like that. But generally, all elements, whether solid or gaseous or liquid, they are rings of light. We've been taught at the universities through books, sciences is all wrong. Nothing in nature works in disorderly manner where we learn in the physics books. Everything in the universe, it works in an orderly manner. Nothing goes outside its orbit or something like that. So hydrogen, it's one of the particles of the matters, it contains of rings of lights, and it's compressed. We just decompress it slightly to our desirable bending rate, and that's about it. Nothing more to it. You like it, huh? Just water.